All right, guys, how's it going? So, you may recall the other week we did a video on Darwin Núñez, and it was to do with like suggestions were coming out. Well, not even suggestions; there were proper, claims or reports coming out from certain journalists stating that it was Jurgen Klopp that wanted Darwin Núñez, not the recruitment team. It was Jurgen's signing, and he was the one that said he could get him playing and all that. It was kind of like, it sounded like they were digging, or someone wanted that message out. Do you know what I mean? It was Jurgen's decision to sign him, kind of thing. And I spotted another article, I don't know if you've seen this one, by Theo Squires in the Liverpool Echo. Núñez isn't the first Liverpool signing that Jurgen Klopp and club disagreed on. Liverpool's signing of Darwin Núñez in 2022 is not the first time Jurgen Klopp and the Reds recruitment team have had a difference of opinion when it comes to transfer targets. Let me scroll through it. I don't want to read it all to you. It's all, they reference the article, which is on their website, a version of that, of those suggestions, how the striker had actually been a Klopp signing with the club's recruitment team instead favouring Christopher Nkunku. And then they go on in this, where they talk about it not being the first time that the German and Liverpool's recruitment team had differing views when it came to would-be signings. The most famous example is Mo Salah, the Red staff, winning out on that occasion as they convinced Klopp that the Egyptian was the player for them, despite his preference to sign Julian Brandt. Liverpool memorably tried to sign the 20-year-old ahead of Salah, only for the German to reject the Reds in favour of staying at Bayer Leverkusen, opting not to move on before the 2018 World Cup. And there is, different... there's like little bits and pieces in the article to do with how many goals and assists and what Brandt did. And then, while 4 years Salah's junior, Liverpool, who never resurrected their interest, will have no regrets. Brandt remains unlikely to re-emerge on our radar, especially considering Klopp's looming exit. Again, just this article waffles on, and it says here, back at Anfield in the AXA training centre, Liverpool's recruitment team can afford themselves a small smile after persuading Klopp that Salah was the man, for Liverpool, after Brandt's rejection 7 years ago. How different the Liverpool fortunes could have been over the past 7 years had the Germans said yes to their advances and joined ahead of Salah instead. But what the article is obviously suggesting here, if you were to read it in, full context or whatever, read the full thing. I wouldn't bother reading it, to be honest with you. But what they're basically saying there is, it's not the first time that Jurgen, didn't see eye to eye, with people within the club. No suggestions of drama or anything, or bust-ups or fallouts, just differences of opinion over who should be signed and who shouldn't be signed. And, we've seen two articles now from that publication and other articles from, was it Born Again? I think it was Born Again Joyce, wasn't it, at the Times. We've seen these articles saying, well, it was Jurgen Klopp, that wanted Núñez. None of us guys, the people at Liverpool, the recruitment team wanted him. It was a Klopp decision. And now we're saying, and it's not the first time that Jurgen, disagreed, because, it was recommended to him that we go for Salah, So, I don't know, I just find it kind of strange. Like, what does any of all this shit matter anyway? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I'm not looking for something. I'm not shit stirring or anything. I just look at articles to see what's of interest, and articles, titled about it's not the first time that Jurgen Klopp didn't see eye to eye with people over, certain things, which is understandable, Stick half a dozen of us in a room, I'm sure we'd all have different opinions on who we should sign, But you've got to remember that the whole Michael Edwards coming back to the club was about him having power, and that he couldn't be, so that he could pull rank, because the suggestion was before that him and Klopp were like that. over certain things, whether that was incoming players or outgoing contract renewals and things like that. And that Edwards was like, yeah, I'm up for the job, but, when I want to pull rank. You know what I mean? But that's not what he said, but that's what the inference is. And then that, if you think about it, that falls into line with appointing a head coach, because a head coach is really different to a manager, right? Usually a head coach is, provided with players and, go and do what you can with that. We've added this player to your squad sort of thing. You know what I mean? From a football director or whatever, or sporting director, putting that player into the mix. Whereas a manager, you might say, was Jurgen Klopp, where he's still quite powerful, and Jurgen did get quite powerful, right? So I don't know. I just thought the article was I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring it to your attention. My opinion or my thoughts are irrelevant. All right, I'm just bringing to your attention that article in case you weren't aware of it. Okay. Feel free to leave a comment. Please thumbs up the video if you appreciate the video. Read the video description if you want to get me a coffee or a beer. Hit the super thanks button. Join the newsletter. Join the chat room. Follow me on social media. Follow this channel on social media. All in the video description. And if you want to partner with me on my YouTube channel, the information Fabrizio Nositolio is in the video description. If you don't want to partner with me, you just want to follow that account because we're going to have some fun with it. Then again, just follow the social media channels that's in the description, and also the new YouTube channel. We'll have some fun with that when I get back. All right, guys, speak to you in a bit. All right.